Welcome to the Yoga Studies Institute. My name is Lydia. Today I'll guide a 30-minute Dharma yoga practice that will help us to develop a good health and a clear mind, and emphasize on having a kind heart and cultivating compassion. In today's practice, we'll include some elements of flowing vinyasa, inversions, and we'll hold a variety of poses to concentrate and meditate and explore some deep healing relaxation. Before we get on the mat, let's discuss some milestones that yogis achieve on their way to the goal of yoga. On the path to Kaivalya, a final state of freedom from negative states of mind and stopping how the mind twists things around, yogis achieve many different kinds of freedom. And each freedom brings about a corresponding happiness. In today's class, we'll focus on achieving freedom from loneliness and harmful relationships. But first, we need to free ourselves from thinking that we can receive without giving. Any yogi who wants friendship and love, intimacy and beauty in their relationships knows that they must create those qualities in others by giving love and taking care of others. When we learn to really love the most unlovable parts of ourselves and others deeply, we'll never be alone. In our practice today, let's set an intention to send loving awareness to ourselves and others. You can choose a specific person, a pet, or supercharge your seeds by sending love to all beings everywhere. If you'd like to offer your practice as an apology or a gift, you can choose that as well. Closing our eyes, bringing our hands to heart center. Keeping in mind the person that you chose to send your intention. May we develop a desire to reach our highest yogic goals. May we cherish no ill feelings towards each other. May we practice under the guidance of compassion and love. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Coming to the top of our mat, let's warm up. Feet together, hands at heart center. We'll begin with Surya Namaskar, sun salutations. Arms come up and back. Hands down to the mat, Uttanasana. Right leg steps back, right knee drops down, look up. Left leg steps back to a nice strong plank. Knees on the floor, sitting on the heels, bow down. Slide forward, stay close to the mat, Bhujangasana Cobra pose. Navel down, chest up. Tuck the toes, push back, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward in between the hands, knee down, look up. Left foot steps forward, Uttanasana. Palms together, arms come up and back. Hands together at the center of the chest. Arms up and back. Hands down to the mat, Uttanasana. Bend your knees as much as you need to. We're just getting started. Left foot back, knee down, look up. Right foot steps back, nice strong plank. Knees down, sit on the heels, bow down. Slide forward, Bhujangasana Cobra pose. Navel down, chest up. Tuck the toes, push back. Downward facing dog. You can bounce here a few times. If you'd like to bend your knees, you may do so as well. Big step forward, left leg in between the hands, knee down, look up. Right foot steps forward, Uttanasana. Palms together, arms up and back. Hands together at the center of the chest. Continue, arms up and back. Hands down to the mat, Uttanasana. Let's grab our elbows behind our calves. Bend your knees as much as you need to. If your legs are tight, you can rock back and forth, side to side. And then if it's available to you, begin to extend your legs, lifting your sit bones towards the ceiling, lowering your arms towards the ankles. Put more weight in the front of the toes. Palms on the mat. Right foot steps back, knee down. Interlace the hands. Push the front thigh away from the body, preparing for Kapyasana. You can stay here or interlacing the hands, Kali Mudra, arms straight, coming up and back. Sink the hips towards the mat. Engage the right leg and the right buttocks. You can wiggle the shoulders. Hands down to the mat. Left arm on the mat. Left arm up towards the ceiling. Look up. Right hand down to the mat. Step back to a nice strong plank. Knees, chest, chin down to the mat. Come through Bhujangasana Cobra pose. Tuck your toes, push back. Downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward in between the hands, knee down. Interlace the fingers. Push that front left leg away from the body. You can stay here or flowing into Kapyasana. Hands together, interlaced in Kali Mudra. Index finger extended. Arms straight, up and back. Elongating all the body. You can do the Dharma wiggle on this side, opening up the shoulders. Releasing the hands down to the mat. Right hand on the mat, tuck the back toes, left arm up towards the ceiling. A nice straight line. Looking up, bringing a little smile to your face. Imagine the most beautiful relationships, offering them to the person you chose as your intention today. Left arm down to the mat, step back, nice strong plank, knees, chest, chin down to the mat. Come through Bhujangasana Cobra pose. Tuck the toes, push back, downward facing dog. You can bounce up and down a few times here. Left foot steps forward, coming up to warrior one. You can keep arms shoulder distance apart or palms together, interlacing the fingers to Kali Mudra, looking up towards the ceiling, tuning in to your spiritual warrior, opening up to a nice warrior two. Lower your hips a little further if you can. We bring to mind our qualities of bravery, our courage, and our determination. Lowering the left hand to the thigh, extend the right hand, a nice straight line from the outer edge of the right foot through the right fingertips. You can stay here or lowering the left hand down to the mat. If you'd like to take the bind, you may do so as well. Left hand under the thighs, right arm behind, grabbing the right wrist or the right forearm. Everybody looking up. Release this pose, hands to the mat. Right knee comes forward, creating a nice little 90-degree angle box. Putting our right hand on the outside of our left leg. Left arm behind us. Begin to twist to the left, looking over the shoulder. Head comes back to center. Raise the right arm up nice and tall, crossing over the outside of the right thigh. Push the left hand down. Trying to get the palms to the center of the chest. If this is easy for you, maybe bring up the back leg. Putting more weight on the front leg, the back leg rises easily off the mat. Releasing this pose, both hands down to the mat, heel toe your left leg to the edge of the mat. Looking forward, we rock back and forth, preparing for lizard. Lowering your right forearm down to the mat, left forearm down to the mat. Looking up. You may lower that right knee down to the floor. Check in, make sure you got your smile. If this is easy for you, you can grab your left leg and lower a little further. Keeping the left leg close to the rib cage. Releasing this pose, coming up. Nice straight arms, step back to a strong plank. You can do chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Coming through Bhujangasana or Urdhva Mukha. Pushing back, Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Stepping forward with the right foot in between the hands, come up. Warrior one. Again, hands can be shoulder distance apart or palms together, interlacing the hands for Kali Mudra. If you like to look up towards the palms, you may, a nice straight line from the heart up to the hands. Opening up to a warrior two. Sink the hips a little lower. Recall to mind the intention we set at the beginning of the practice. We would like to give love to others. We would like to love the most unlovable parts of ourselves with forgiveness and kindness, treating ourselves and others with love and compassion. Lower the right hand down to the right thigh. Extend the right fingertips. A nice straight line from the outer edge of the left foot through the left fingertips. You can stay here or do the same variation you did on the other side. Lowering right hand down to the mat or taking the bind. Bringing right arm under the thigh. Grabbing the left wrist or forearm behind us. Everybody twist, looking up towards the ceiling. Offering our efforts. Release this pose, hands down to the mat. Left knee down to the mat. Create that nice little box. Left arm on the outside of the right thigh, right arm behind us at the lower of the back. Turn to the right, looking over the right shoulder. Return the gaze to center. Release the arms. Left arm nice and tall. Cross over on the outside of the right thigh. Palms together. Pushing down. If you took a variation on the other side, you may do so here as well. Maybe putting more weight into that front right leg. Left leg lifts off the mat. Twisting even deeper. Release this pose. Both hands down on the mat. Heel toe the right leg out to the side. Rocking back and forth. We prepare for lizard. Lower the left forearm to the mat. Right forearm to the mat. Elbows in line with the heel. Look forward. Lower the left knee. Smile. If this is easy and you'd like to go a little further, with your right hand, grab the right foot. Elbows out to the side. Lower the chest down towards the mat. Look forward. Keep the right leg close to the right side of the body. Offering the pose. Release the pose. Palms on the mat. Right leg steps back to nice strong plank. Knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Come through Bhujangasana or up dog. Tuck the toes, push back. Downward facing dog. You can bounce up and down a few times here. Left foot steps forward in between the hands, knee down. Coming up to Kapyasana. Interlacing the hands. Engage the right leg and the right buttocks. If you'd like to try another variation, put the left palm over the right. Opening the shoulder range even further. Offering up your pose. May all beings everywhere experience love and kindness. Have harmonious relationships. Release the pose. Palms down to the mat. Left leg steps back to a strong plank. Knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Come through. Bhujangasana or up dog. Tuck the toes, push back. Downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward in between the hands. Knee comes down. Arms up, straight behind the ears. Engage the left leg, the left buttocks. If you'd like to take the variation on this side, right palm over the left. Again, offering up your efforts. Releasing that pose, hands to the mat. Left leg steps forward, Uttanasana. Take a moment here, grabbing the elbows behind the calves. Chest and thighs meet. Face is close to the shins. If it's available to you, straighten the legs. Lower the hands towards the ankles. put more weight in the front of the feet. Palms together, arms up and back. Hands to the heart center. Observing your breath. Inhale from the heart center to the third eye. Exhale from the third eye to the heart center. Inhale from the heart center to the third eye. Exhale from the third eye to the heart center. Lying down on our mat, we will do Halasana, Plow pose, moving into shoulder stand, Salamba, Sarvangasana, with our palms face down on the mat, bringing the legs up, over. If your feet do not touch the ground, support your back with your hands. If your feet touch the ground, interlace your hands. You can rock back and forth, side to side on your shoulders, getting on the tippy top of your shoulders. Raising the hips a little more. Everyone using their hands to support their upper back. Raise one leg at a time. Toes pointed towards the ceiling. Shoulder stand is the mother of all poses. As a mother governs a household, this pose governs all the systems in our body. When you find your balance, bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows. You can imagine a rose or a lotus. Using our determination to stay here for a few more breaths. Lower the knees towards the forehead. Interlace the hands. Feet come down to the floor. Halasana, plow pose. Keep the focus at the space between the eyebrows. Palms on the mat, thumb and index finger together, making a diamond. Lower the hips onto the mat. The seat coming to the hands. When the legs touch the ground, support yourself on your elbows. Let the crown of your head come back and touch the mat. Bring all of your attention to your throat center, the Vishuddha chakra. Imagining a beautiful blue light. Dedicating our efforts to kind and compassionate communication. Lifting others up. Speaking truthfully, with intention. Not only to others, but to ourselves as well. Release the crown of the head, lying down on the mat. Extend your arms to the sides. Lift your knees to your chest. Allow the knees to fall to the left, twisting to the right. You can close your eyes. Head is turning towards the right hand. Shoulders supported. Bring the knees back to center. Allow the legs to fall to the right. Look to the left. If you'd like to twist a little further, push into the back of your palms. Pushing into the right palm allows you to twist even further to the left. Release the pose, come back to center. Extend the legs. Bring the arms to the side. Palms up, feet relaxed. Final relaxation, Shavasana. Relaxation is the best antidote for all impurities. Leaving our body by itself as if it were in a deep sleep. Bring your attention to your heart center, the right side of your physical heart. Bring to mind the intention you set at the beginning of practice. Whether you dedicated your practice to a person or an animal, or you offered your efforts today as an apology or a gift. Send them loving kindness. Remember that if we want to receive, we first have to give. We offer our practice to them. May they receive the benefits of our efforts today. Notice the beautiful ripple effect of love starting from you, traveling out into the world. Gently bring your attention back to your body. You can move your fingers and your toes. If you'd like to take the great stretch, you may do so, pointing your toes in one direction, lifting your hands above, overhead, fingers stretching in the opposite direction. Roll to your right hand side. When you're ready, come up to seated. There's no rush. Keep your eyes closed. Bring dignity to your spine. Palms together at heart center. We conclude today's practice with an Om and 3 Shantis. Exhale completely. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the divinity within. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take care. I hope to see you next time. Namaste.